Hi there. So today is March 12th. Today is Thursday and it's my dough prep day. My son is coming. Well, they only see your head. All right, go have a seat. He's having a snack across me. But yeah, I have roughly 20 loaves rising. I have one last stretch and fold to do, and then they will do their bulk fermentation. But I wanted to talk about a few minutes as to what's going on or the things that I've been planning lately. Life has been a bit, not busy, but I've had, to be honest, little motivation. Ever since we had a big blizzard, probably 3 weeks ago, we were all stuck at home. I was stuck at home for almost 2 weeks straight. With my kids. My daughter didn't have school for I think a week straight, and then on and off for another week. And then same for me with work. My work was canceled, I think in 2 weeks. I think it was closed. I think I want to say half days, not consecutive, not continuous, but yeah, like every other day it was closed because there was black ice, snow, and things like that. So I don't know, I think I got the winter blues. I felt stuck. I wasn't able to do much, and I was only able to do pickup orders on Saturdays, and that's about it. So this past week, I've been planning a lot for the summer. I already paid the farmer's market fee at my local farmer's market. This is what I did in 2025, so this is going to be my second year doing it. I was very successful. It is a very high traffic market, and it's literally like 5 blocks away from here. I'm very close to downtown where I live, and it's a phenomenal market. I love where I live. Everything is just great. They do a wonderful job. The market coordinator, the director as well, they do a fantastic job, and I'm very, very happy. So I just got out from a meeting today as well with it's called the Downtown Members Business Association. So I became a member as well. I think I had to pay like $275 to become a member. Pretty much they also advertise local businesses, and it's a big thing because they have a pretty big account like Facebook, Instagram. And then on top of it, if you become a member, you get a pretty good discount for the full market season. So I think the market season, this can vary where you live, right? The fees will vary quite a lot. But the full market season, I think it was $450, or I'm sorry, $400 if you want to do the full market. But if you become a member, if you pay $275 for the member, you get a pretty good discount, and you only pay $200 for the full market. So in reality, I'm only paying like additional $75 to $100 to get these perks of becoming a small business association with my town. And again, they do a lot of advertisement for you. They post it on their page, which is great. They're very active. They engage with social media a lot. So it's a great thing to do. I'm not sure if you have that available in your town. If you do, I strongly encourage you to do that, because it will help your small business, small bakery grow quite a lot. So the meeting was pretty good. They gave us a lot of information as to the upcoming events. On top of it, by being a member, you get discounts for additional events. Like they have, I think, up to probably 8 to 10 events throughout the season besides the farmers market, and you get 25% discount by being a member. So it's a pretty good deal. And I think I'm gonna sign up for one in May and probably in November, because on top of it, I work for a town, again, close to me as well, and I'm gonna be a vendor for the town that I work as well. I'm gonna be a vendor at their farmers market. So I'm gonna be doing 2 farmers market during the summer. Again, the where I live is going to be like my primary market. That's where I'll really push things quite a lot. But the one that I'm going to be doing on Thursdays, I won't be baking to my full capacity because, again, I have a going on 4-year-old who's not in school yet, so I have to care for my little one. I'll probably look for help, like a sitter, during Thursday so I can bake. But I won't go crazy. I know I have limitations on it. I just want to go out there and, you know, get people to know me. So that's my plan. I'm gonna become a vendor for 2 farmers market, and I'm nervous. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna need a second fridge because for the event on Thursdays, I'm gonna have to prep my dough on Wednesday and bake it on Thursday. The event is from 4 to 7, I think. So it's an evening event. But also on Thursday, while I'm baking, I have to prep loaves for Saturday event because the event for Saturday at my local farmers market, I have to bake those loaves on Friday night because the event is at 7 a.m. In reality, there's no way that we're getting up so early to bake, package, all of those things. I have never gotten up early last year to do that, so I'm gonna stick with the same plan. I mean, if anything fails, I think I might have to bake it during the morning. Now that I have my oven squared away, and on top of it, I switched to 100% organic. I'm doing 100% organic sourdough. That's my dog. I was very lucky that I was able to. So on top, I switched to 100% organic sourdough, and I know there's very little options for vendors. I'm sorry, if you're a small business to get, if you're a cottage baker, to get large quantities of organic flour besides Costco, right? I don't want to, my local Costco recently started to offer organic flour, and I'm not 100% confident that they will keep it because it's the first time that I see it, and they don't. I'm not sure whether they're discontinuing the blue brand, the blue label King Arthur flour, the bread flour, very popular, but they recently stocked their organic. So I'm not relying on them fully. So I became friends. Someone who owns the same oven I do. There's pages, like if you have a particular oven, there's pages that you can connect with people who have the same type of oven, and she's from California, so she was able to recommend me how I can access large quantities of flours, and I did. So now I think I got delivered like 400 pounds of flour, but how I did it, this company doesn't deliver to residential areas. So I live in a residential. The only way that they deliver is if you have a business, and I don't. I'm a cottage baker. I don't have like a storefront. But during farmers market, I became really good friends with one of the cafe shops here locally, literally like 5 blocks away from here. And I asked him, hey, as you know, I'm a baker. I'm trying to switch to organic flour, and the only way that I can get flour is if I have a commercial address. I qualify. I got accepted for the application by this company, you know, for them to sell me flour, but I just need an address. And I was like, I'm not sure if I can use your address, and I will pick a date that is the most convenient for you, that works for you, and I'll come and pick it up right away. So it's not a new way, because you know it's 400 pounds of flour. It utilizes quite a lot of space. So he was absolutely very kind, very nice, and he said, oh yeah, absolutely, no problem. If there's anything else I can do for you, let me know. Like we love to see small business growing and things like that. So I said, thank you. I've been giving him free sourdough ever since. So it's like you trade off, right? But that's the only way that I was able to get large quantities of flour. And obviously I don't go pick it up. My husband does, because it's 400 pounds of flour. And I have enough back problems in order, you know, for something else to happen. So he goes and picks it up for me. But a lot of things have happened for the past week or so. Things have been nonstop. I know I'll also be doing other events until the farmers market starts. The local business association where I live, they're also doing other events before the farmers market starts. There are other pop-up shops that you pay like a small fee to be there for Mother's Day and things like that. So I'm working on it, and on top of it, I've been really pushing my small business by posting in the local small groups, because since I switched to organic products, you know, everything becomes a little more expensive, and I had to increase my prices. I'm not sure if that scared people away, but for about a week or two, I had like probably 8 to 10 orders. I usually get 12 to 16, but I was getting nervous. But ever since I've been pushing quite a lot, it has been working out for the better, and I'm quite pleased. I'm very pleased on the result, on the feedback, and I'm very happy even with the type of flour that I got. It tastes amazing. My kids love it even. It's amazing. It's not only good for you, the texture to work with it, the flavor, the aroma, the scent when you bake it is totally different. I'm not sure if someone ever said that, but yeah, I do smell very different bread when I bake it compared to non-organic. So since I switched to organic, I've also been testing new recipes because I want to have a pretty established menu for the farmers market. And I want to be confident with my products. As you know, a lot of people tell you if you want to become a cottage baker, make sure you are consistent with your product, and that is very true. A customer will only return to you if they love the product, and two, if you're being consistent with the quality of your bread. You don't want to, 1 week have a nice breadcrumb and then the next week to be gummy and under fermented or due to acidic and things like that. There's so many factors as to where you can go wrong, so many ways you can go wrong. So make sure you're very consistent. And prior to switching to organic, well, I got the flour, right? I probably switched to organic probably 2 weeks ago, yeah. And I didn't right away switch to 100% organic. I mean, some people might do it, and if that works for them, that's great. But I had to test. I think I did like 5 test bakes to test the flour, because right now, as of today, it's very humid. It's been raining, and that affects how your dough will feel. It will feel a little bit more overhydrated. Some days that it's very dry, it will kind of feel like normal. If that makes sense, like normal will mean a lot to different things to different bakers, based on where you live, your altitude, and things like that, the humidity, how hot it is, because things will ferment faster where if you're in a hotter area, warmer area. So yeah, make sure you are offering consistent, good quality bread, and customers will return to you for sure. Okay, so we talked about my plans, the things that I've changed for my small micro bakery, but I also wanted to talk about some personal issues or medical things that I've been dealing with. I think I mentioned before in different videos that I have a spinal cord tumor. So I have limitations as to how much weight I can lift. I'm in constant pain in regards to nerve pain. Nerve pain, it's a completely different type of pain. I think it's a type of pain that can drive you crazy, because it's not like Tylenol where you can take a pill and then your headache goes away and things like that. Or if you have a muscle pain, putting an ice pack or a heat pad, it will go away. No, it's nerve pain. It's very different, and it's treated very differently with different type of medications. So ever since I was diagnosed in late 2022, I was trying different types of medications. And at that time, my son was only like 8 months old, and he wasn't sleeping through the night. I had a lot of side effects. Besides that not sleeping because of my son, I was also not sleeping because of the side effects, because I had constant face twitching that would drive me crazy. It will even wake me up due to the face twitching. Like, I'll feel my eyebrow moving like this, like all over my face. I was twitching. And I didn't feel any different whatsoever, besides that it made me feel more stressed. So on top of it, I did try injections, some type of steroid, which sent me to the ER. I thought I was having like a heart attack due to the side effects. And through testings, yeah, I was told there was a side effects, but I wasn't aware of the side effects. And I don't remember that I was discussed with my doctor prior to me getting the injection. But anyways, I learned it did give me a lot of relief on my SI joint pain that I was having. Like, literally, I couldn't get up from bed at all. And the only way to relieve the pain was me walking, moving. But I was like, ugh, I feel like I'm not a horse to be standing on my feet all day, right? So in previous videos too, I was experiencing a lot of tightness on my knees. I mean, I am overweight, and I just thought I was overweight, and I'm not exercising, I'm not moving. Like, literally, I'll feel like my knees were locked like this. I had troubles going down the stairs, going up the stairs. I even had trouble stretching because my knees felt locked. But again, all I was thinking that are my weight, my knees that can't support my body weight. That's all I was thinking through. So my husband again really pushed me to go to pain management again. And I was like very skeptical, because the first time that I went, I tried medications for 3 months, no benefit whatsoever. And I tried again, and this time the neurosurgeon who sees me, very great doctor, and he sent me to be seen by pain management. So I thought I was going to see the same pain management doctor that I saw in 2022, late 2022, early 2023. But I went to a completely different place, and I was very shocked, because I thought that the practice had moved. But they were like, no, it's the same practice, but just different type of doctor. It's a pain management doctor that specializes in people who have tumors. And since you have a tumor, you're being sent there for a better treatment. And I was very confused, because I wish I was told this earlier. And I went, and the doctor was really pushy. But she was really nice. She was pushy, saying, I think you should really try gabapentin again. And I was like, I don't, because they gave me terrible side effects, like face twitching even when I was sleeping. I felt like gave me a lot of anxiety because of the anxiety due to the face twitching. Like, I had no control of it. Imagine things going wrong with you, and you can't control it because it's medication. So to me, didn't make sense that I was having more side effects than benefits. And I was explaining to her, and she was like, okay, I wouldn't touch it. Then she examined, and I have very hypersensitive nerves. Like, anything below my waist is very hypersensitive. I even have trouble putting shoes on. I feel like my feet are on fire whenever I put something or touches something, the skin, anything below my knees. But even below my rib cage, I can no longer wear jeans. When I do, I feel like I'm in labor. I get horrible back problems, back aches. I do have a very weak pelvic floor, because where the tumor is, it affects my lower extremities. So I sweat a lot at night, and it's because, again, the tumor, the nerves pretty much send my, the tumor send my nerves on fire at nighttime. And it's very hard for my lower body to adjust whenever I lay down or things like that. And my body temperature varies drastically, especially one leg to another. Like one leg is way colder and the other one feels normal. So it's a lot of sensitivity issues. There's no circulation issues because I went for that too, just to make sure everything was fine because of the coldness, the temperature change in my body. But she noticed and she said, I think you should really try gabapentin again. I tried pregabalin and gabapentin. They're pretty similar. And she's like, I really want you to try this again. And this was like towards the end of the visit. And I was like, why do you think I should try it again? Like, because I wanted her honest opinion, or why was she being a little bit pushy? And she said to me, because even though you had big side effects, and this happened when your baby was little, and when you probably were not sleeping much because he's still little, and when someone lacks of sleep and is taking medication, their body will react very different, and you will have very different side effects. And that made me think. That kept me thinking. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Like, what you just said makes sense, and it is true, right? When someone lacks of sleep, they get sick constantly. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, like mentally and things like that. And another reason why I said okay is because I sleep better now, and ever since I've been sleeping better, I only got sick once, probably in 2 years. Prior to that, I was working a corporate job. I was a mom of 2 kids already. I was traveling an hour back and forth from work, and I only spent 30 minutes with my kids before they went to bed. And then it was the same thing all over again. So I wasn't sleeping at all, and I felt guilty, and I was constantly sick. Every 2 weeks, I was having a cold. That was my life for probably, I don't know, seven years, ever since I got married. And that's why I said okay, because it made sense. Because now I work part-time and I'm home like 4 days a week. Then I've been sleeping a lot better. I haven't gotten sick. I even have enlarged tonsils. I haven't got any infection. Like, I've been way healthier. And I said, okay, let's do it. And the first 2 weeks, this was exactly a month ago, the first 2 weeks, I was very, very sleepy. I had no energy. I even had to take a nap during my bakes. And my husband had to finish like bagels and things like that because I couldn't function. Like, my body was adjusting to this medication and the side effects and things like that. And the other thing, which I'm taking 3 medications, but it's 4 pills a day. And I was also getting very constipated. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. Like, I was going to the bathroom every 3 days, every 4 days. And I wasn't feeling as hungry, but then I felt like I needed to nourish my body something, but then I felt guilty because I was constipated. It was like, I couldn't win. And the side effects start to like wear off quite a bit, except the constipation issue. And I remember one day I skipped dinner, and then the next day I had no problems of going to the bathroom at all. It might be TMI, but this is my reality. And I was like, wait, I think the medication is making my metabolism, my digestion way, way, way slower, which we know. And I mean, I wasn't feeling constipated, but I felt like I wasn't going to the bathroom early enough, right? And I was like, alrighty, let me have lighter dinners to see if that works. And that has worked for me. So I've been having lighter dinners, and now I have very little issues with constipation. Because again, my digestive system is very slow because of medication. And I haven't had any face twitching really. I think I only had face twitching in total probably 3 days. It's crazy. I mean, I have to give her credit. She was right. I'm glad that she really pushed me. I've been feeling way, way, way better. Way better. I have very slight, I feel like my type of pain is kind of being electrocuted because it's nerves. Like my nerves are on fire constantly. And I haven't had, I have had very little pain. The only thing that I feel a little bit different now is that my feet are a little numb or tingling during the morning when I wake up. That has been the only thing different. Before that, my feet, my right foot, I feel way less. I probably feel it probably on average without medication. I feel like 30 to 40% of my right foot. That's why I had to get my car adjusted so I can drive properly, because I wouldn't be able to feel the gas and the brake. That's how bad it was. Like my body can't tell where I am in space. Like coordination, very little with my legs. But yeah, that's the only thing that I was feeling different. That they were very tingly in the morning. But other than that, I was fine. Constipation has gotten way better as I've been having lighter meals at nighttime. And I've been happier. I've been a little bit happier. I have more energy to try things besides the 2 weeks of winter blues that I had because of the snowstorm. But I've been able to do a lot more things that I wasn't able to do because I would be constantly in pain. I couldn't get up the stairs. I couldn't go down the stairs. It was so horrible. And I'm glad that the medication helped me, because I thought it was my weight. I thought it was me being overweight, me not exercising. But ever since I've been taking medication, I haven't had any issues with my knees. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I told my husband this probably 2 weeks after I started medication. Like, I was almost crying because I felt so much relief. I felt so happy to know that I wasn't having knee problems, that it was just my nerves that they got hypersensitive from standing up too long and things like that. Oh my gosh, it has changed my life. It has changed my life. Like, I feel like I have more energy to play with my kids, to do a lot more things. The only thing that I haven't had much enthusiasm yet is to start my seedlings. I also love to garden, but I feel like I have a lot of things in my mind right now with planning for the farmers market. So after I finish this dough prep, I will head to the basement and start my seedlings. But I wanted to share my story, not only as a baker, but as a real person too, because behind everything else, I have to deal with a lot of things that is going on, medications, health issues. And I'm very happy that I quit my corporate job 3 years ago to become a healthier person. And it has taken, yeah, almost 3 years to find that balance, to be happy. And I am. I'm pretty happy with where things are going with my small business, and I'm very happy that this doctor really pushed me to try a medication that made me feel horrible about 2 years ago. So that's my story. I can talk on and on about it. I'll probably do a video because it has changed my life, I don't know, 180 degrees. I used to love cooking, but once I started to feel different when I didn't know I had a tumor, I had very little energy, motivation to do a lot of things. I was depressed. I have anxiety, OCD, you name it. I have all of the 9 things. But I'm glad that I seek for help. I got the help, and I'm on medication, and I'm on the right path for a better me, for myself and for my kids.